Hey, I am Jessica Nicole McLaurin,
And I'm Michael McLaurin.
and welcome to Free Friday. That's FFRE for Faith, Finance, and Real Estate. This evening, we are talking about that waiting period between coming out of one season and going into another. Basically, waiting on some things that you are praying for, um, waiting while you're preparing, just that season of life. And we're speaking particularly from the standpoint of it's amazing how during the waiting season, oftentimes we gripe during the waiting season. We reject the waiting season. Just put plainly, we hate the waiting season. But it's really during that time, it's during that season that we're being developed and our mindset is being shifted. And I was telling Mike earlier how, even just in our personal lives, in my personal life, there are things that I've been waiting on for years. But since the first point of waiting till now, there's been a shift in my mindset in some things. And it's just amazing. I'm going to give a very simple example. And there are examples that are deeper, but just it would be going personal. It would be going too personal. So to give us more of a surface example, there's a particular vehicle I want, and
You gonna change?
and that's a great example. From the point that I have wanted the Mini Coupe, I have wanted the Mini Coupe for years now. But since the first point of wanting it until now, I've changed my mind. I've changed my perspective. And matter of fact, I'm thinking more so along the lines of family. Children can't fit. Well, I'm not going to say children can't fit in a Mini Cooper, but there are more suitable vehicles for a family. So that is just one example of the waiting season. And even I was telling Mike how I used to be gung ho on it needing to be a new vehicle, new. Well, sure, that'd be great, but now my perspective is it doesn't have to be new. I'm okay with that. Heck, if we could buy a really good used one, with a just a few miles on it, then I'm good with that too. My point is that in that time of waiting, you realize there are things that you thought you wanted that you may not want, or you thought you had to have that you may not have to have. There is a mindset shift that is so necessary. There is development that is so necessary in that waiting. So how about we not hate that waiting season? How about we not despise that waiting season? Because there is some necessary development and some necessary mindset shifts taking place.
It is. And the first thing that came to mind is relationships. You know how we have this check off list of all the things that the perfect mate has: successful career, fit, long hair, short hair, brown eyes, all the different accoutrements and things like that. Like, they just, in your mind, you have it like dialed in that they have everything that you're looking for. And in your waiting season, and then the person that you find that this person has some similar things that you was looking for, but don't necessarily check all the boxes, and have some things that you didn't even know that you needed. I tell Jessica all the time, like, you're nothing like what I've dated in the past. And it's refreshing. And she's the person that I didn't know that I needed. But I had to wait. I had to go through some stuff to actually recognize that the gift that she is, and that just brought me back to there's grace in the trial. So, like, you're going through something, you're in your waiting period, and you're in your trial, and you feel like there is no end, but God's grace is sufficient. And if you lean into his grace, if you lean into who God is and you trust him in all your ways, then God can do something miraculous and give you something that you didn't even know that you needed. And in that, it'll be better than what you ever thought that you could have. And I'm a living witness. Like, this is something better than I thought that I can ever have. And sometimes you find that thing that you're looking for without even looking for it. When you continue to prepare yourself, you want the car, continue to prepare your finances for the oil changes, for the tires, for the car note if you have to finance it. Just all the things, the insurance premium, the tag, and like prepare yourself. Like, go ahead, prepare your mind. Like, give yourself a guesstimate. Like, this may be about this, and go, like, in your waiting period, like, prepare yourself. If you're waiting on a relationship, prepare yourself. If you're waiting on a career, prepare yourself. If you're waiting on something in ministry, prepare yourself. And as you prepare yourself, God will do the moving.
Yeah.
God will do the shifting if you allow for him to direct. Like, he will do everything else that you need. And he will give you the endurance to run your race and finish to the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I remember when I finally settled into my singleness, it was just a peace, you know. In my waiting period, being single, I would often feel sorry for, oh Lord, especially around Valentine's Day. Feel sorry for myself, and you know, just a griping, a complaining. And when I finally got to a point where I for real trusted God, and I for real settled into dating for a purpose. So I'm doing my part and dating the way God would have me to date, dating for a purpose, and at the same time trusting God, like Mike said, to direct my path. Then all of a sudden he comes along, and like just like he said about me, he is not necessarily everything I had on my list, but I say better. He's better. He's exactly what I need.
We silly, y'all. Like, look, I'm gonna be myself. Like, hey, yeah. And there's a perfecting in your faith once you allow God to do it that way. There's this perfecting in the like, when you do it that way, then there's a peace that surpasses your natural understanding that comes over you. Like, okay, no matter what we go through, I'm not worried about it because I believe and have faith and know that we're going to get through it. So whatever that is, it's a refining in you that you can rest assured that, okay, even though I'm waiting on something, and I don't think that there ever gets a point to where you stop waiting on something. I think it is from season to season, from thing to thing, that you constantly have things before God and for your personal self. Because let's be honest, everything that you wait on, you don't always give it to God.
Right.
And there's always going to be the next thing that you're looking for. Whether you speak it or not, whether you let it be known or not, there's always going to be the next thing that you would like to accomplish, that you would like to have. Okay, I got this car, and yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this car, but then I want to travel. I don't travel to this place, and I don't got the traveling bug, so now I want to go here. I went here, but now I think I want to try to settle down. I want to buy me a house over here. I don't bought this house over here, now I got to get myself rooted over here in this new neighborhood. Now I got myself rooted in this neighborhood. Now I got to go and do something else. Let myself be made neighborly. If it's in a new state, now I got to establish myself in this new state. Now I establish myself in this new state. You see, it keeps going. It keeps going. Like, so it's always a next. I don't think there's contentment within us, but I think our human nature makes us want to
always want more.
More. Like, it's just who we are as people.
And I would even say it's human nature, but because, you know, we can desire things we don't need to desire as well. But I would even say it's God nature that there's always a new ceiling. You know, God always has more for us. Our issue is that our more oftentimes is not in line with his more. But yeah. You know, Mike was mentioned earlier the passage about, or the passages regarding Moses and
I mentioned something about Moses.
The children of Israel, and them, basically Moses leading them out of Egypt. And I was thinking about how they had that waiting phase, that transition between coming out of Egypt and going into the promised land. And they were griping, complaining. And when the promised land was scoped out, most of them had the perspective, instead of a perspective of faith, they had a perspective of we are as grasshoppers in their own sight. And it reminds me of what I was saying earlier when it comes to when we surrender ourselves before God in the waiting season. God will change our perspective. He will renew our minds. He will renew our thought processes in whatever we need to be renewed in whatever way we need to be renewed in whatever perspective we need to have renewed. But if we'll surrender ourselves, if we'll let go of the complaining and have gratitude in the waiting season, we will see God shift our mindsets. We will see God shift our perspectives. Had the children of Israel had the right perspective, had they allowed God to shift their perspectives instead of constantly complaining, they would have walked right into the next season and would have come out of that waiting season, that particular waiting season. But they were stuck in their own way, really, in their own perspective. But that's why we encourage you tonight. Go ahead and not settle into that waiting season as in you stop desiring more, but go ahead and settle into it as in you're going to allow God to do whatever it is he wants to do in you, whatever it is he needs to do in you in order for you to move to the next level, to the next phase, the next season out of this waiting season. Go ahead and allow him to do it. Stop griping, stop complaining, and thank him for the change and the renewal that's taking place on the inside, because when you walk into your next season, you will be so grateful for the shift.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
You got anything else?
You want to talk about well, I guess you don't need to now. The scripture.
Feel free to read it. James 1.
James 1, 2
through 5.
This is the...
Well, through 4.
Yeah, 2 through 4. This is the Amplified version. We got the physical Bible out. It said, "Consider it nothing but joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you fall into various trials. Be assured that the testing of your faith through experience produces endurance, leading to spiritual maturity and inner peace. And let endurance have its perfect result, and do a thorough work, so that you may be perfect and completely developed in your faith, lacking nothing." Lacking nothing. You have to develop yourself, especially in the waiting period, so that you will lack nothing, and it will give you the endurance to finish.
Hallelujah. Let God. What the word you just used? Let God do it.
Yeah.
Let God do it. Let him do it. Okay, well, you got anything else?
No.
I'm tired, y'all. All right. We love you.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
And this is perfect shirt. I didn't even think about it. It's gonna happen anyway.
Absolutely.
Hey, Pastor.
Well, anyway, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, a
Yeah.
wonderful Friday night, wonderful weekend. And as always, keep pushing forward.
Yeah.
And we'll see you later.